It's very new as well. It's not the data that is used in the LCA in the post-consumer space currently is only secondary data. By secondary data, I mean they get some benchmarks from percentages of customers said this, it's surveys, etc. But it's not the aggregated data of actual repairs done on this category of items in that country, if you know what I mean. It's all sort of research through surveys and what customers are actually saying rather than what they're doing. So our goal was to collect enough primary data, actual transactions of repairs of this specific shoes or that specific dress, and plug that data into the LCA analysis, which will be a requirement in European Union in 2030. So we're very much, it's not just an idea, it's actually a regulatory driven sort of business model that we had. All right. This is how it looked like. So we've marketed as connected compliant products that make brands money post-purchase. We issued QR code, which is scannable. Customer sees this beautiful digital product passport. She can click on any of the service that she wanted and essentially book that service through the app. We also offered a white label of the service, integrating it with integrating suppliers into retailers and brands' own websites. They would upload their preferred service providers into the Cicon admin panel, for example, upload their past and current collections, and then integrate that with their e-com accounts and digital product passports. So particularly, we talked to Laura Piana about this. Competition. Anything you do, anything you pitch, you've got to know the competition. We are currently available in the UK market, so we kindly ask you to focus on the UK market. Okay. Here we have Save Your Wardrobe, Loop Digital Wardrobe, and Cicon, which are the key operators in the post-consumer domain. Other companies such as Sojo and Seam are currently our main competitors for shoe repair. And others are sort of potential partners such as Reflaunt, Eon, Kessler, etc. So Reflaunt is a resell automation platform. Eon, Kessler, Denizen, Fabicas, and Circularity ID are digital product passporting solutions. All right. Can I have a heads up that you guys at least partially understand what I'm talking about? Would you just sort of give me an indication? Heads up. Thumbs ups, that sort of thing. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, for coming in. Great. Love seeing that. Thank you, guys. All right. Now let's talk about next steps. Salman.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. So just quickly, the deadline for the resubmission will be this Friday at midnight, right before 6th September. And then on the 6th September, which is the catch-up and prep day, just book some time with the mentors and prepare for the actual pitch day, which is on 7th September. So since we have 4 shortlisted teams, we're going to have pitches that last for 10 minutes. So 5 minutes or 5 to 6 minutes of the actual presentation, and then 5 minutes of Q&A with the judges. And then for our mentors, we will have Tanya as here, and then myself as a Cicon Tech lead, and then we will have Tanya, we have a few other mentors, right?
Yeah, so so we have somebody who could mentor on the resell technology solution. She's ex-director at Shein. You probably heard of the big Chinese e-commerce site Shein. So she was previously sustainability director there. She could probably mentor you on things like resell, upsell, that sort of thing. She wouldn't be able to mentor much on the technology or AI, unfortunately. But let us know if you would like to speak to her, and give me 3 questions. If you could send us 3 questions that you have for her, I will connect you. She would probably be available today, tomorrow, and on Friday. Just 3 days.
Yeah. Also, we also have some other friends here. So Faiz, he's the lead data scientist at Doku here in Jakarta. And then Nabila is a marketing strategist at Shopee, but she recently moved to TikTok. So a lot of experience there in marketing. And then next we have Oristania. She's a senior software engineer at Good Doctor Tech. So a lot of very technical people you can have um, access to. Hopefully, you guys can book time with them and me too. And I'll share the Calendly links later once this is done. And then the Calendly links basically it shows like which hours are available for each person, and then you can just book the time for that, and then they'll get a notification, and then it'll put it in their calendar. So it should be all good. Yeah. Back to you, Tanya.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. So, over to you. Please unmute yourselves and shoot. Who's going to be the first to dance on the dance floor? Don't be shy. I'm sure you guys have questions. No questions. What? Come on. Somebody's talking, but you guys are muted. Can you please unmute yourselves?
Okay, maybe I want to ask something.
Hi, Grace. Thanks so
Hey,
much. You're very brave.
hello,
Oh my
this is
God, you're
Tanya.
leading the way. Love it. Go for it.
Okay, so before I shall introduce myself, okay?
Yeah.
So my name is Grace Waini. You can just call me Grace. And I just wanna ask about the final product. Do we really have to implement it into final product, or do we just need the prototype of the product, the final product, I mean?
Just
Mm.
prototype, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no time to create the final product. Absolutely. And hackathons are, generally usually just prototype stage. But do your best to get it to the best prototype you can. So, demos, if you can demo the experience and make it impressive looking, then I'd say you're good to go. We will have enough technical experts to understand how quickly we can build it with the tools that you suggest. It can be impressively looking when you demo it, but looking at the stack, we might think, ooh, so it all depends on that. So please do your homework on the tech stack as much as the user experience.
Okay, I think that's very helpful for us. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Tanya.
Mrs. Oh my God, Mrs. Tanya. Call me Tanya, please. No need for formalities. Anybody else? I can see a lot of technical guys there. Come on, guys. I'm sure you have stuff for Salman to ask him. There's a hand from Sadrak. Sadrak, do you want to shoot? Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for the time, Miss. So I just want to reconfirm. So the 7th of September, it will be the date for the pitch, and the mentoring will begin starting today. Is that correct?
Well,
Correct.
tonight,
Uh,
yeah, tonight
Tonight.
to
Oh, okay.
until Friday, and then some time for on the 6th for some extra time just before pitching, so that you've already submitted on Friday, but then on Saturday maybe you need more time to prepare and talk more questions with us.
I see. Okay. So it will be 7th of September, the pitching day. So yeah,
Yes.
probably that was the only question that I wanted to ask because I'm pretty confused what will be the mentoring day and what will be the pitching day. Thank you very much for the information.
Yeah.
So think of it this way. So between today and Friday, you would have all your sort of mentoring sessions done, team catch-ups, sort of reconfigure your pitch decks, et cetera, et cetera. And on Saturday, it would really be a rehearsing day. Rehearse your pitches, go and do your personal stuff, detach yourself from the presentation, sleep on it. It's very important to sleep. I think hacks that are done and pitched on the same day, usually are a bit too fast. I think, if you sleep on it, it is always better to just switch off from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it
Okay,
make
thank you
sense?
very much, Miss, for the information.
Yeah.
Very much appreciate.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for doing all the participating as well. Anyone else? Do we still have people on this call or not? We have 13 participants. Yeah, we do. So guys, you don't need to raise hand, just sort of unmute yourself and shoot. I think
But also, if you don't have any, you can't think of any questions right now, I'm always available to answer your questions on Discord or WhatsApp.
absolutely. Yeah, so Salman is based in Jakarta and I'm based in the UK, in London. So, Salman works in the Jakarta time. I work in London time, but so the mentor calls with me would be mainly in the afternoon for you guys. And Salman can probably pick something up in the mornings as well.
Oh, another piece of information I can say is that I used to live in London, right, too. So if you want to ask like the experience of what it's like to resell stuff or like just how to send stuff, so like the like framework of how things work in the UK compared to here, so then you can improve the submission, you can just ask.
Marvelous. All right. Well, on this note, shall we thank everybody, Salman, or do you have maybe something to add as well? Salman, do you have any questions to me? Let's make it
To you?
ask me something. Come on.
Um,
It's something that I wouldn't be able to answer, maybe, or to go like, oh my God, Tanya, what are you talking about?
for yourself, do you think that do you prioritize more B2B or B2C yourself? Like,
That's
do
an
you
excellent question.
prefer more users or like more partnerships?
That's an amazing question. Amazing question. So I would rather prioritize more business partnerships, but I would also like to see a well-tested product on direct users. So, think of it, we need 100 B2C transactions in order to prove that our model works for the B2B, but definitely in terms of marketing, we want more footwear company leads in the UK that come to us.
Amazing.
Yeah. So thank you for that question.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's like all we have, right?
So, but that said, guys, it's an open door. So generally, we in the UK consider that B2C marketing is very expensive, right? But if there is a solution that is quick, easy, cheap, automated and optimized for social media, that we could just plug in. I think one of the pitch decks was around social media trends and outreach. If we can do something that will make it cheap for us to go B2C, absolutely be my guest. The only reason we've been largely looking at the B2B world is because it's less resource intensive for us. So we can just run 4 webinars a year, have 1 conversation a week, and we would close business, right? So we have very clear metrics around it. which could be done by humans, and we know how to do it. But we have never had really on board a very clever social media project manager,
Strategist there.
strategist as well. I mean, we had loads in the past, but it was all about manual management of social media, which we had. You've seen our Instagram account, but nobody really doing something impressive that we thought about implementing.
Mhm.
So yeah, it at the moment we're prioritizing B2B. If you can do something impressive around B2C, go for it. If you don't think that it will be impressive enough, then better think B2B than B2C. Also for social media, of course. For whoever is working with social media. If you guys are working on something else like upsells, etc., it's this question I suppose doesn't particularly relate to you much.
Hmm.
Wonderful. 42 minutes. We're very efficient, almost like AI. We could have AI'd this whole call, couldn't we? And sent everybody a video recording. All right, wonderful. Thanks, guys. So yeah, look forward to booking calls with you and speaking directly to teams, and we're all very much excited about this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for submitting your submissions.
Thank you. Bye.